for being in here today, and we're glad to have Dennis back. Dennis, you've been on a rough trip, and appreciate what y'all have done for the city and the community. We're glad to have you back in here. I know it's been tough.
Good to be back.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And also privileged to have Harry Bryant. Harry, would you come up and lead us in opening prayer?
May we pray? Our Heavenly Father, we're just so grateful, Lord, most of all for Jesus, who died to save us from our sins. And it's in His sweet name that we pray today. And we pray for the men and women who represent this city. And we pray, Father, that you will guide their meetings and that they will look to you for guidance. We're so grateful for the way that you have blessed Batesville. And we're so grateful for the people who have served down through the years that have made Batesville a very fine place for people to reside. And I'm grateful that I am a member of this town. Father, we pray that through this meeting today that your Holy Spirit would guide the meeting and that the decisions made today, tomorrow, and in the future for this city of Batesville will be in your pleasure. Father, thank you so much for all that you've done for us. And we will be sure to give you the glory and the praise. For it's in your sweet, precious name that we ask these things today. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Harry. Appreciate it so much. Mayor, would you lead us in the pledge?
I will, sir.
All right, thank you.
Then if you'd like to please. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
To all in attendance pursuant to the order of the Board of Aldermen adopted March 1, 2022, in order to address the Mayor and Board of Aldermen, you must be on the agenda, and pursuant to the order adopted March 23, 23, you must sign the sign-in sheet with a complete address. All right, you have before you now the agenda for today. Is any deletions, corrections, additions? I think you have a new agenda in front of you. The yellow means there's some items that have been added for this. If there's no corrections, I'll accept the motion to approve the agenda. Motion made by Stan, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition. Next, we have the regular minutes for our board meeting on February 17th. Any additions, corrections to that? If not, I'll accept the motion to approve as is. Stan made a motion, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition. All right, we have in front of us the consent agenda. That's approval for people to go to training. Any a motion to accept or reject? Or
Mayor, I'd like to recommend accepting this with the removal.
all right, now we're on the
the consent agenda, I'm sorry. Yes, motion.
okay. All right.
One ahead.
Motion one, items 1 through 3. All right, motion made by Stan, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition. All right, now the next is pay request. All right, did you have a question?
I'm going to make a motion to approve it without items number 4 and 5 to be taken out.
Okay.
And dealt with at a later date.
Okay, that's for our storm removal agreement.
Yes.
All right.
Second.
Second by Jimmy. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition. All right. We don't have anybody on our visitors list today. I think that's all taken care of. We have Panola Partnership. Katie, you have anything for us today? Or Joe?
Well, Mayor, I have 3 things for executive session. All 3 are real estate related, if that's okay,
Sure.
for economic development reasons. And Katie has something for it right now.
Okay.
Hey everybody, walking a
little late, so I didn't get to greet everybody. I'm Katie with the Batesville Main Street, and actually I got a little handout for y'all today. Oh, yeah, that'd be good. I'm just gonna pass them around. So, we've had, okay, so one of my most favorite things in the world is to see dogs and children walking around our square. One of my least favorite things to see is dog waste around the square, because a lot of the people will step in it and carry it into the stores and all those things. It's, just a terrible thing. So, we talked several months ago about bringing in dog waste stations, and today I'm bringing you this document that has where we're going to place them. So I want to get them approved first, that we're going to put them up, and then approve where we are going to have them placed. So the places we want to place them are, I've got 6 of them. First one at Flint's Davis Corner. Another one at the Eureka Theater area. Then on the north side, we'd like to put one by a new pavilion after we lay the concrete. Another side on the north would be by the Panola Partnership. And in the center, one by the depot and one by the gazebo. And the reason why they're kind of close together is it's separated by the railroad track, so if someone doesn't cross the railroad track, go 3 on one side of the track and 3 on the other. So first of all, I just want to know if y'all are okay with us putting them out.
Well, I am.
You are? Okay. It'll just encourage folks to please pick up after your puppies.
Mayor, I make a motion to let her put these things out where she wants it.
All right, motion made by Sam, seconded by Jimmy. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
Okay.
All
And
right,
y'all-
wait a minute.
Oh, are y'all okay with these places, or do you have any thoughts?
That's up to you.
Oh, okay.
You put it where you
We're gonna
want.
be very thoughtful, and I think this is pretty thoughtful, but if we change our mind, we'll let you know.
Who's gonna empty it?
I'm sorry?
Who's gonna empty the container?
I'm hoping that I can recruit 1 or 2 of the city guys to
Okay.
to
Well,
do
we
it
need
when
to know
they're dumping
that.
the trash around.
Need to
But
know
we
that.
always kind of watch everything anyway, so I'll be walking around and.
Good.
In connection with this, Katie and I have been talking about possible fine for the people that's not seeing to their dogs and all. And we had come up with an amendment to our current ordinance. We have a current ordinance for dogs and cats, as far as like our leash laws, where they're allowed, different things like that and everything. And our current ordinance already has fines in place. This is just amending that to state that you are to pick up after your dogs. If y'all would want to, I think I already had this on my agenda under me. That's the reason I went ahead and brought it up here with Katie while she's presenting all of this. But like I said, it's just a very short, sweet, simple, to the point that you're required to remove promptly to dispose of the sanitary manner any feces left by your cat or dog, and that you're to basically. Because I know we're going to do these little stations around the square that'll probably have the bags and all with them. But if you're walking them anywhere else in town, you should have your own disposal bags with you. It's pretty common practice now in all of these more dog-friendly cities and all to take all of the stuff that you need with you and everything. And we just wanted y'all to review that and possibly, make a decision on if y'all wanted to amend that ordinance to include that little fine in there for the people that don't pick up after their little critters.
Let's look at it, we'll tell you in a week or 2, couple of weeks.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
All right?
Very good.
That's good. And
Anybody
I'll-
else have any questions on that? Oh, just a minute.
Yeah.
Is that okay with everybody else?
The first page is just the amendment that we have to put in there. It's just, like I said, short and sweet to the point. And the next few pages are the actual ordinance that we currently have in place. So, it just talks about the leash laws. And like I said, the first page is all we're looking to put in there. The rest of them are what we currently already have.
Did we already have $100 fine
Yes,
in there?
that's currently in our
You
ordinance.
highlighted it so we can
That's
see
for the
it.
people that doesn't use a leash and everything
Don't.
like that, which,
Okay,
so.
just curious. Okay.
And I just wanted to take 2 seconds real quick. This is Mississippi Main Street Week, And we're going to the Capitol tomorrow to meet with all of the senators and representatives that support our Main Street. And I just want to take a minute and thank y'all so much for supporting our program. We couldn't do it without y'all, and we just really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, wait just a minute.
Yes,
Wait,
okay.
wait. Look like Newt got you.
Okay.
So we started working on, with Main Street, started working on the second part of the flower beds from down at the Stubbs area back toward back toward City Hall. We've got a lot, there's multiple magnolia trees planted inside the flower beds. It's my opinion, and I've talked to Gary and Shelton, and we've all talked about it. If those magnolia trees, if we allow them to get any bigger, they're gonna start tearing up concrete. So before we go over there, we'd like to ask y'all's permission that we could go ahead and take those magnolia trees down and replace them with something a little more suitable for a 4-foot or 5-foot wide flower bed.
Well, that sounds
I'm
reasonable.
good.
Sound
Do we need a
good?
motion for that comment or what? We do?
Yeah.
All right, need a motion.
Motion.
All right, motion by Carl to remove those magnolia trees on the square. All right, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carried, no opposition.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Hey,
Luke, if you can't, don't get any of these trees that die on the side here.
That's
I
right.
don't know what you call them, but they don't work down here. The ones in front of the partnership.
hey,
You know, the ones that have all died off out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need them.
in the last few days, there's been a lot of discussion about Springfest again.
Yeah.
And of course, the city doesn't do that. That's Main Street, but y'all do that. And is there any chance of maybe bringing that back? I know that we've had
That
a lot
is-
of interest.
That has always been a city event, if I'm not mistaken, but Main Street has been asked to do the legwork on it. That is something that I think we should probably have a discussion about. It's a lot of work. We are now a 3-person office instead of a 4-person office. That would probably need to be a discussion to be had, in depth of what could be done, what couldn't be done, if it would work on the square any longer, or if it would be better suited maybe at the Civic Center kind of thing. That's a discussion that maybe we should.
Can I interject, Mayor? If
Yeah,
you don't
sure.
mind, I'm from my past on the Main Street Board and from what happened, we're not bringing it back because of what happened. It's right now, you know, we moved it. We moved it to the Civic Center. It became a rodeo, and it became a safer place. We all agreed on that, as you know, if I remember correctly. Number one, number two, and most important is the community has budgeted. They budgeted for that rodeo, and then they didn't have the rodeo last year. Am I right?
Correct.
All right. So now they don't have it in their budgets. So the city would put like 30 grand in for the Springfest budget, and then our office would get out, and we had a committee that raised 120 grand. So it's $150,000 commitment to put on the show, and you know, right now all of our companies or the people that supported it don't have it in their budgets, and we've added extra smaller events on the square, and they did budget for those. And thank God they're supporting those. So we probably would, you know, because you go to the same people for everything, for money, we probably have to cut some of the smaller events to put on one big Springfest. Instead, what we've done is we got all these different events throughout the year, nonstop, for people on the square. Plus, Rodney's kicked it up a notch at the Civic Center. You know, we read what was on Facebook, and I know they're saying, oh, you know, we got to bring Springfest back. That's one weekend. That's it. You blow it all on one weekend, where I think the city's doing the right thing, spreading it out. I think the community needs to have a conversation about it.
And honestly, I counted it up that we did 15 days worth of family-friendly events on the square. 15 days, that's including, like, we did the ice, you know, the ice Batesville. That was 3 days worth of activities, and there was other things, you know, the Art Mart, 3 different fall concerts. We did a family movie night. We had something going on for families a lot, and that's not to count the over 20 farmers markets that we had throughout the year too. So we are rocking out on events down here. There's plenty of things to do downtown for families to do.
And the events that aren't ours, like we got the one coming up, the auto show, the car show, that's not even our event, but we support, we promote events that aren't ours.
So, I mean, we can have it, we can talk a little bit more about it if we want to kind of, hash out the
I laid the
positives and
groundwork
negatives.
for you, just so you
Yeah.
could say what you did about all the great things that you are doing. I think that's worth noting,
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you all very much.
Daryl, North Delta. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
Mayor, you- Thank you. All right. I hate to do this, but can't keep that from coming in. Had that off.
Mayor.
All right, public hearing.
All right.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Sorry to interrupt here, but we do need to have a couple public hearings right here at the 2:15 hour.
Right on time.
And, first one I have up is a, Mayor and Board of Alderman use permit request. This is from Mr. Rhett Dyer. He's, looking to use the building at 131 Public Square, and he's hoping to open a restaurant. And he is here in support of his request. And, this was brought before the Planning Commission. Planning Commission thought it was a great idea, and they did recommend it to y'all.
All right, Mr. Dyer's here.
Yes,
All right, I ask him to come up, please. Glad you're here, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me. Like I said, I'm Rhett Dyer. Home Pit is the name of the restaurant. We have plans of opening. There'll be breakfast in the morning starting at 6 a.m. and lunch, and planning on staying up until 8 at night. Potentially could lessen the nighttime, just kind of depending on how the flow works in this area. But it's breakfast biscuits, homemade biscuits in the morning, barbecue, fried catfish, hamburgers, those sort of things at lunch and dinner. We'd be out of here early. Don't serve alcohol. There's tea, soft drinks. I own High on the Hog in Grenada. So basically what we're doing is there's a biscuit pit in Grenada and a High on the Hog in Grenada. And I, along with the biscuit pit people, are joining together and kind of creating a combo of the two.
Sounds interesting. Any board members got any questions for this young man?
Oh, you gonna be open weekends too?
Excuse me, Saturdays, yes, sir. Sundays will be closed. Be open 6 days a week.
All right.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, I had to ask, so is anyone here in opposition to this to being open on the square? I hope not. That'd be good. Excuse my comment there. All right, any further discussion the board have, or a motion?
We need a motion.
All right, motion to allow the hog pit to be open on the square, and then second by Wiz. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition. Look forward to it, sir. Thank you.
Have one question, sir.
Yes, sir.
You the kin to Ann Dyer,
And Saltavilla,
Soldeville,
that's my aunt.
prettiest girl that old me since 1975.
I still have to tell you the prettiest girl that's ever come through
I
Grenada.
never forget her.
That is my father's sister.
Yes, sir. You tell her stay in after you said hello.
Hey, that's off the record.
I will.
Yes, sir.
All right, next up I have a public hearing for a conditional use permit. This was requested for the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Center that they're proposing to put on Covenant Drive out there in the new Moon Group's development and all. They have also been before the Planning Commission. Planning Commission reviewed their plans and their ideas and all, and they did recommend that it be approved. And Mr. Jim is here in support of that request.
All right, sir, come on up. Identify yourself and tell us your plans.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Andy. My name is Jim Dalfett, and I work with Valvoline. And as he said, we're asking for a conditional use permit to put an instant oil change out on Covenant Drive. Tell you a few things about Valvoline and keep it short. I know you guys got a lot of business to do. This is one vibrant community that's meeting 2 in the afternoon. I'm impressed. Our business model is one where customer stays in their car the entire time. Queue up on one side of the building, the two-bay, 1,500 square foot building on the full basement. Queue up on one side, they're brought in as the bays become available and stay in their car the entire time. 15, 20 minutes later, they're ready to leave after they've had their oil change and on to the rest of their day. So it's a clean little business. The buildings themselves are masonry and EIFS. As I say, it's a two-bay, 1,500 square feet on a full basement. Basement is wrapped in a membrane that keeps moisture out and keeps any potential spills in. So we're very environmentally protective of your community. All of the oil is stored in tanks in the basement. They're not in the ground. Everything's in the basement. We have average about 50 changes a day across the nation, which is a very light traffic load on the surrounding roads and neighbors and so forth. Building is professionally done. We have 6 to 8 employees when we start our business on a two-bay, and those will all be hired locally, of course. Trash is removed once a week. The trash enclosure is made out of the same material that the building is made out of, so it's a nice match. All the landscaping is professionally done and upkept. Environmentally, as I say, we keep everything inside the store, so there's no work that occurs outside the building at all. There's no storage outside the building. There's no parking outside the building after hours. So it's really a clean little system. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to ask them specific or answer them specifically on anything you might have.
Sounds like you got a good program.
We got about,
You talked about the outside of it's gonna be masonry, brick, what?
yes, it'll be brick and masonry stucco. Yeah. We have about 2,800 locations out there in the United States and in Canada. It's a nice looking building.
Yeah, it is nice looking. Building. You're in a good spot out there.
Yeah.
We that's our pride and joy.
We've done our research. We think this is a good location for us.
I think you're right.
All right. So,
Good thing to say. Is anyone here in opposition to Valvoline being?
Mayor, I got a question. Is there any plans for a future car wash in that area, or with y'all?
there won't be from us.
Okay, good.
We're on. Typically, we're on about a half an acre. I think that's just under an acre. There won't be room for a car wash on that site, and we wouldn't do that anyway.
Thank you.
We specialize in oil change.
All right, we have a motion?
Jimmy did.
Here's Jerry got the motion. You got the second. All in favor? All right, motion carries in opposition. Thank you, appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Glad to have you here, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you all. Thank you.
All right, I do have one additional public hearing today. This is gonna be another conditional use request. This is from Chelsea Heatherly. This is on the Mount Olivet Road site, and they're looking to log some timber out of the area down there that's owned by the Pope Realty Estate. So he is also here in support of that request, and this was also brought before the Planning Commission. Planning Commission did recommend it, and since then I have spoken with Blake, and the only conditions that we look to see is that possibly we need to get Blake out there to look at the road, how far the road is going to be. They're going to be on the city road, which is going to be on Mount Olivet in the city limits, and possibly a road bond for that. So that's the only conditions that we've seen so far, but he is here in support of that request.
Go ahead, sir. Tell us who you are and what
I'm
you're doing.
Chesley Heatherly. I work for Warehouse and Timber Company, sawmill we have in Bruce, Mississippi, and we are looking to move. It's about 100 acres. There won't be using very much of Mount Olivet Road before we hit Highway 6. All our stuff's done sustainable forestry. All our tracks are audited externally, and they don't have any issues.
All right, board have any questions?
Are y'all gonna just clear cut that land? I'm just curious.
Yes, sir. Clear cut.
And leave stumps and that sort of thing?
Yes, sir.
Take all the stuff out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just curious. I didn't-
Yes, sir. It'll be a clear cut, and then the landowner most likely, I replant, I'm sure.
You don't have direct access to Highway 6, you're coming off Good Hope Road there, on Mount Olive Road.
Yes, yes, sir. It's just about 200 yards or so.
All right, well, I think that what we have to do is, as Andy stated, that, you know, I don't think there's any problem, but you have to abide by what our engineer says, and I think our bond has to be provided, so. And is any opposition or any thoughts about this, or motion to allow, provided he complies with the regulation?
Mayor, I got one question.
Yes, sir, please.
Sometimes it comes up is, because it's such a, it being warehouse and all, sometimes, and it may not be a whole lot, but whether it's a bond or common a letter of credit for that same amount, would that be?
You know, the right kind of letter of credit would work,
Okay.
just as a bond would.
Okay, I just,
But it needs to be a secured letter of credit, I need to see it.
right, I just want to make sure, because, so it doesn't have to, it could
Yeah.
be either or along, but for that standpoint, okay.
So when y'all vote, if y'all approve it, there needs to be language in there then about potential bond on the road or a letter of credit, whichever is appropriate and approved. Y'all, I think it would need to come back and let y'all approve the bond and the letter of credit if you want. Y'all just have to make sure.
All right, once we determine, we don't know what that is at the present.
Right, because we don't know, I was looking at, that actual NDOT right-of-way comes on down Mount Olive a little bit, so we gotta determine where their right-of-way actually cuts off and what that distance to the
All right,
city.
well, let me ask this then, to expedite it.
Yeah.
Is there any objection to that, as long as our attorney and our engineer provide us the information that we needed, then we can, once we review that, approve it? Is there any objection to that? You want this young man to come back?
That's right. Well, actually,
Well, if there's a way we can do it today where he doesn't have to come back, I'd be good with that.
That sounds okay,
Yeah, I mean, what I'm understanding is y'all can go and approve it, and the condition is that after Blake and Amy and I talk about whether or not a bond can be required, that whatever the decision is, and then y'all can approve it after they got to do that. And
All right.
we want y'all to approve the bond or the letter of
Right,
credit.
correct. Has to be through you. All right, do you want to make a motion, in order to make a motion on that then?
Yeah, that, I mean, if you're gonna do it, that's.
All right, motion made by Jimmy, seconded by Whiz. Any additional questions, discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
That's all I have for public hearings. I got a few other things on my regular agenda.
All right, we'll call you back in a little bit, Andy. Thanks. Good presentation. All right, Darrell, we are, you didn't leave us, there you are. Thank
Good
you.
afternoon, Mayor, Board. Darrell Dixon, North Delta Planning Development District. We're project administrators for several state and federal funded projects. And so I have, by way of information and update, a few things. Mayor asked us to report or update you on 2 of your ongoing projects that you all have finished construction on and are waiting on reimbursement or final reimbursements for funds there. That's your ARC project MS 20698, which is the project you all did the Mounds Park Pavilion. In that project, you had 2 grant sources. You had Small Municipalities, Limited Population Counties grant from Mississippi Development Authority, as well as this ARC, Appalachian Regional Commission funding. Small Municipalities grant is paid out, closed out. The Appalachian Regional Commission grant has paid out partially, part of their money, the final reimbursement, still not delivered. Last year, Appalachian Regional Commission, Mississippi office brought in a private consulting firm to help them to deal with their projects. And they have found, and it's my opinion, I agree with them, it would have been better if they had this private consulting group, Appalachian Management Systems, to come in on new projects and not involve projects that were already underway in that way, because they have greatly delayed the conclusion of these projects. So that project, MS 20698, waiting on final reimbursement. The last correspondence I provided to the mayor from Kathy Price with AMS talked about needing another form of documentation for substantial completion and release of all liens, even though city provided one, and it actually has provided that one to them multiple times. They want another form to satisfy that, and so we're getting with the architect is getting that documentation from the contractor, and what we're told from Kathy Price is that once she has that, she believes she'll be ready to close that one out. But unfortunately, are kind of at the mercy of AMS on that. Similar update for your project 20699. That's the Martin Luther King Street area sewer improvement project. You all have completed it. Construction's been long completed. You all have paid out all of the financial obligations in regard to that. In that particular project, you had community development block grant funds through the state of Mississippi HUD funds. You've gotten all those money, project closed out. You also had Delta Regional Authority funds, got all those monies closed out, but you did also have these Appalachian Regional Commission funds. They've paid out all of their money except the last request. And they, on that particular one, Kathy Price is asking again for further documentation. In this particular case, AMS is the private consultant that is working for Mississippi Development Authority, and in this particular one, they are not exactly on the same page. So the closeout package, they sent back directly to the city. AMS argued they should have sent it back to them because they had asked for different paperwork than MDA wanted. So they've been in the process now, and our correspondents of getting back on the same page so that they're looking at the same thing, and I provided that correspondence to the mayor as well. On both of these projects, give you my honest opinion based on talking with them, I believe that the reimbursement you should be able to get that by the end of this month. It's been a task getting everybody on the same page, and it may be summed up in the sense of having too many cooks in the kitchen. And but I think we're getting to a resolve on those where we can get your final reimbursement to get those two closed out. But I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about that.
We got the right man on the job. It is very meticulous to get that done. That's why I reached out to you, Darrell. Thank you so much. Any questions on that? I do have one thing I'd like to compliment and ask you about. The city received a $1.21 million grant, federal grant, and we got, that was a federal grant, and we got yesterday a request to fill out an application. We received the grant, but we had to fill out an application. You didn't do that for us, but we're now tasked with that, with the duty of filling out this grant application, which is pretty tedious. That's not what his office does, but Darrell's office does, but he's willing to do that paperwork for us at no cost. He knows how to do it and get it right out, and if we don't have it right, we're going to lose it. So Darrell's office agreed to do that for us and to fill out the application and so we can receive our money. We appreciate that, and that's well needed. When Cowboy and I talked with that, man, this is we don't know what they're asking for, but you do. You've done many of those.
Yeah, just
be very routine for you.
For reference, this is the Community Facilities Program at USDA. What you got is congressionally directed spending. Used to be called by that name, earmarks, but this is the same thing. The money is set aside for you. You still have to put in an application that complies with all the rules of the Community Facilities Program, and so that's what we can help y'all to do. Put that application in, make sure all the compliance measures are met so that you can capture those funds and do your project in that way. And so, yes, that's something that we can do for you.
Yeah, and that's for purchase of our fire truck, so it's outstanding. Thank you for that. Anything else for Darrell?
Thank you, Darrell.
All right. Good.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Darrell. Midroll.
I'll be brief, but I do agree you got the right man on the job when it comes to those grants. Promise you.
We quickly learned that when we looked at the application.
This is just a printout of, kind of just a summary of projects. Y'all hear about them. I'm not gonna go through all of them. New 16, here, I got nothing. We met last week on updating all the way from the feature consent plans on the tennis courts to the ongoing construction projects that we got. Sometimes I know Shauna's the only one that sees some of this because she's paying the bills. But and these aren't the full set of plans for everything. If you want them, call me and discuss them. A couple of challenges that, you've heard of on the force main project. We got the force main project that we're having a challenge. We've got a change order that we're working on now crossing Sand Creek that we've already discussed. Another challenge we're running into right now on the ACI project is the cultural a little bit. We've got 2 or 3 sites, and I don't know the extent of them outside that road that we may have to bore under, that where the, it's a federal. So we had to get the cultural resources for that whole site down through there. So, but call me at any time. One thing I did, if you flip to the back, because you heard Duke talk about there's a color drawing right here that gives where Duke was talking about how full the lagoon was. You see all this red here. They've got 2 aerators down here where we surveyed the whole lagoon with the 2 aerators. Those are the scour holes and all this additional sludge that the project that we're adding to under the the project that we have now, MPWI money that Daryl's already got the scope. We talked about the lagoon is adding aerators to this, and hopefully we can help get rid of some of this and push this out. So just some things to look at. Review summary, just call me. I just want to give y'all a quick update for that. So, and also on Harmon Circle, Caleb from our right-of-ways will be here for executive session to discuss some of the easements, and I think that probably needs to go in executive. Is that right? But I don't see him yet. He'll be here for executive session to give an update on right-of-way and easements on the sewer water project on Harmon Circle.
A lot of good projects. Thanks so much for keeping us on.
Hey, y'all got with Daryl and all that y'all done. There's a lot of money that grant money being spent.
Thank you. Anybody with the Monona County Board of Supervisors? Any state or federal representative? Any persons engaged in contractual business? That may be Brenda or Looks Great or any of y'all. Is there anything that y'all need to report to us today? Yeah. All right, come on in.
Come on.
And tell us who you are and what you're doing, so it's hard to keep up with everything right now.
Yes, sir. From Wesley Shopwood Looks Great Services, we're doing the cleanup services from the winter school.
I'm Luke Benson, I'm the Public Works Director. So I'll start off and let Wesley give the most current update for the city. He's got some numbers that he ran right before the meeting, and just tell them where we are right now, please.
So currently, we've hauled 57,216 cubic yards of debris out of the city to Yocney Gym where we're grinding, and we've hauled 11,000 cubic yards of those ground chips out. We've completed the cutting on all the city streets, with the exception of if we're going to do the DOT roads or not. And I think we've got roughly 2 to 3 weeks left before we've got majority, if not all of this up.
In time?
Yes, sir.
You think you'll be through in 3 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Am I hearing that right?
Yes, sir. I mean, we're averaging roughly close to 3,000 yards a day.
The reason I say that, I just see so much rush.
It comes out as fast as we pick it up. But, I mean, eventually it'll stop coming out. I think from what we've seen that's a good rough estimate.
3 weeks.
Yes,
And
sir.
our deal was maybe 90 days when it started.
It is.
So does that mean we're gonna pay a lot less money to you? That's the question.
Yes, sir. It'll, and Brenda knows about that, but it'll have to go out for regular procurement outside of the emergency contract as well.
So you telling me we're gonna owe what we said we're gonna owe? I'm just asking
Yes, sir.
questions.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Well, it's based on what you haul. That's all it is.
Correct.
Okay.
And so,
I don't have much time or,
It's just what you haul.
right, and going forward, we won't have any more tree tickets, so that cuts that cost, that daily cost significantly. It'll just be the debris that we're picking up off the ground.
That's right. They got through this week with cutting the hangers, everything that was eligible for them to cut. And so the website that we have, that they've given us access to, that daily cost, where it's been up here, it's going to drop down. That's been the big expense is
It always
the bucket
is.
trucks.
Is when the buckets are here in tandem with the haul trucks.
And so that daily number, like he said, is it hadn't leveled out. I mean, it's just kind of dropped.
Right.
But we do expect, we did some estimating, and we do expect within 18 to 20 days there to be another
Not to exceed.
a not to exceed addendum, and we kind of have a figure on what that number may be. If y'all want to talk about that now, or you want to talk about that at the next meeting, we've got 18 to 20 days
Before we have to address that.
before we have to address it. And then we also have another issue. The other issue, at the last meeting, we talked about the mounds, the baseball mounds, and we've gotten prices on those. All right, so the big issue, and Heath, if you want to come up and speak on it too, we've got the gate closed and the mounds are closed. We've got people that are pulling up to the gate, walking around the gate, and they're going out and walking the mounds, and the parks staff is having to ask them to leave. We're catching some unhappiness with the mounds being closed. So myself and Heath and Miss Brenda and Wesley, we all met today before the meeting to try to come up with a plan of how to get the mounds open. And we feel like it's best for us, the city, it's our opinions, to get this done, the walking trails, just over the walking trails, not the whole property, but just over the concrete walking trails, get it done under this emergency that we're under, because there's no way to lock off the mounds out there. They can pull over on the side of 35 and walk in. They can pull up to the gate and walk around the gate like they're already doing. And so we feel for public safety, people going out there, they're essentially trespassing, but we just can't stop them from doing it. But we need to get those trails opened back up as soon as possible. And looks great. Services is working on an addendum for not to exceed $12,000 to get the Indian mounds back open for us. Just cutting hangers and leaners over the walking trails. And I would ask y'all to approve that.
Motion, Mayor.
Mayor, motion made. By Stan, seconded by Will. Any further discussion?
Don't have,
Is that cleanup or just cut?
no, it's just cutting the hangers and the leaners. Just cutting, and we'll either the park staff will get them all picked up and moved out to the parking lot for Looks Great to come in and pick up at a later date. But that's only for cutting those hangers and leaners over the concrete walkways. And let me be clear, I don't have that addendum in my hand right now, but that's what it's for. It's the same addendum that the last two addendums were, just not to exceed $12,000 for the Indian mounds, for the baseball mounds.
All right, and on that, the beginning of March, now we have a grant that's gonna clean up
Yes, sir.
that property. $300-some-thousand grant, I believe. So that's going to, at that point, try to get the debris out of there all over the property. So that'd be very helpful. All right, so I had a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition. Good. Heath, is that all you needed? Is that?
I've got something else.
Okay, very good.
There you go. Thank y'all.
And do y'all have any questions?
I do, I got a question. In my neighborhood, you've been through there once.
Okay.
And there's still a lot more piles up there. Are y'all gonna come back through that
Yes, sir.
neighborhood again?
Yes, sir. So our initial plan when we come into somewhere is to hit all the roads at least once.
Okay.
Just to get, you know, some of that safety hazard up.
Mhm.
And we've gotten to the point on some of the roads with how it gets pushed out, it becomes a safety hazard again. So there's a few roads that we've been on more than once, but not many. As far as what we have done, as far as what we call a first pass, we've done majority. The only thing that we haven't hit are those roads where you really don't have a whole lot of residents on, because we're focusing those trucks on those heavily populated areas.
I had a lady call me today that has some stuff that's a little bit off the road, some kind of stump things, and she asked, what does she gotta do to get you to pick those up?
Is
I mean,
it a stump in the ground or just a loose?
no, it's a cut stump, several of them.
Okay.
The bottom of a tree, I guess.
As long as they're close enough to the road for us to get them, then we absolutely get those.
How close do they need to be? I mean,
It's a,
so people know, I mean, if you're from here to that wall,
It's
from the road, are you gonna pick that up?
It's it's hard to say, because if the if the yard is going downhill from the road,
Mhm.
that arm is only gonna reach out so far, and then if it drops down, you know, it takes away. So it's hard to say 15 feet or
Right.
20
Yeah.
feet from the road.
it's
kinda
what that
depends
arm
on the
can
terrain.
reach,
Yeah.
and so that changes a lot in different areas.
Okay, well, I mean, I know y'all doing the best you can, I just.
Yes, sir. If you
questions.
send me
I
an
can't answer them,
address,
so that's
if
why
you
I'm
give me an
asking.
address, I'll be happy to go look at it.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Well, if we have a place or two in town that are in question, can we?
Yeah, I'll make sure to give y'all my card, and if y'all need
Okay.
anything, yeah, absolutely give me a call.
Okay.
Well, let's work. If y'all have anything that y'all need to address with these guys, if y'all will let me know, send me the address. I'm talking to Wesley almost every day.
Okay, that's
I'm
great.
not gonna tell you, so, I mean, almost 7 days a week.
Right.
We'll just say
So,
7 days.
I try not to bother him on Sundays.
Except last Sunday.
That's right.
You're right. Sunday before that.
You're right.
But, and so, that's right, we're somewhere in the high 90% of our first pass.
Right, which is just touching everything. That doesn't necessarily cover, say that you're close to 90% of debris, but everybody's seen us at least once.
Okay.
Well, it's a marked difference in the amount of debris that's out there. It looks manageable now to me.
Good.
It really does.
So also in the same conversation, we talked about it this morning in our weekly meeting, that we need to come up with a date to let the public know this is your deadline to have all the debris out to the road. And what we all agreed upon during our meeting was that date needs to be March the 20th. And we need to do whatever we need. If y'all agree with that date, okay? If y'all agree with that date, then we need to do public notices, put it in the paper, put it on social media. But are we 30 days in? We're not quite 30 days in, right?
I think
Right,
we're-
right there.
Not close.
Yeah, we're close to 30 days in. It's a 90-day project. So if we give them March the 20th, that'll be 40 days, roughly, 10 days into March, and then all April, most of April, to get everything picked up. So I'm asking y'all if we can set a date to give to the public to have all the debris out to the road. That date is Friday, March the 20th. Do we need to vote on that comment? Yeah.
Okay. All right, motion made by Jimmy, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion.
Does that mean y'all are gonna pick up a little after that date, or? is that-
Correct. So when we recommend that, because usually, and some people do, some people don't, but what you see with the clients that choose not to, is people just put out. And
Yeah,
so
they
then
keep
you-
on and on. Yeah.
Right, you'll have a truck in here forever because people just keep putting out.
Right.
So that gives them a hard date, so we can clean sweep, and then anything that pops up, right at that date, you go knock it out.
I guess your people gotta know where all they've been. I mean, what streets you've been on, and if you go back and it's more, I mean, at some point you gotta quit.
Right.
And that's March
And
20th.
and that's what that.
Oh, after you get through
You'll
that.
still have people that are gonna put out on the 21st.
They do that every day anyway. We pick it up.
Right.
But
at some point in time, you gotta decide when have we stopped picking up from the storm, and when have we started picking up from just day-to-day spring cleaning,
Normal activity.
normal activity.
Dude, is our city truck picking up limbs now?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay.
Every day.
Okay.
We take pictures of that, and Shelton and his crew are keeping up with those times. The time that, all the time and all the personnel time that's on those trucks. And that'll be all turned into ER assist for, hopeful for reimbursement for FEMA. Or in-kind, whichever. Any other questions for the debris?
Thank you, Wesley.
Thank you.
Brenda?
Oh, Mr. Mayor, one more thing.
Yeah, sure.
The reason why Daniel Cole is not here is we had there was a big MEMA meeting over at the Public Works office in the training room. And so he's there representing the county and the city for that meeting. And we'll find out what all they gained from that meeting, and we'll pass that on to everybody.
Very good. Brenda, is there anything that you have for us?
Not really, nothing.
Okay.
Just going.
Appreciate it. Have you got a lot of in lieu expenses that you're turning in and getting?
Well, we're
helping?
waiting for the recovery scoping meeting, so the applicant briefing is happening right now at the fire station. Then they're gonna FEMA will start scheduling recovery scoping meetings, where we'll meet our PDMG, and then we can start loading stuff into the grants portal at that time and documenting, well, we've already uploaded our images in there. But once we get a PDMG assigned to us, we can start turning those projects.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We got bids. All right. Who's going to help us with the bids?
They get one?
I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't.
We have them.
Yeah, we have no bids.
Have no bid. Nobody's going to help us.
Yeah.
You just need to state that.
We were gonna open bids for the, latest items, so, we did not receive any, so I would like the authority to rebid them. And we're gonna work with Calvin and see if we can. We had some interest, and, but
Get anybody.
didn't get anybody, so we just got to push them a little harder, see if there's anything that, discouraged them. So-
Need a motion on that, Colin?
Yeah.
Motion by Stan, second by Carl. All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition. Andy Berry Hill.
Thank you, Mayor. Andy Berry Hill with City of Basic Code Office. I just have a few items on my regular agenda today. You should have copies of my monthly inspection and compliance reports. They're in your folders to look at. Also, you should have a copy of the Planning Commission minutes from the February meeting. And in those minutes, the departments to my third item, which is a public hearing. I need to set a public hearing for April the 7th for a conditional use permit for a cell tower on Pearson Street.
All right, motion made by Stan. A second. Second by Wiz. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
And that is all that I have on my regular agenda as of today. If y'all have any questions, comments,
Andy,
concerns.
where you got on that ordinance, is that back to this, what you gave us earlier? So the only thing you're wanting to do is add this cover sheet to the current ordinance?
Yes, sir. That's right. It's just.
I'd be fine. I think we need to do it, just instead of kicking the can, go ahead, I'd make a motion, we'll go ahead and adopt it.
Good idea. All right, motion to allow the amendment to that ordinance, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
Andy, is this the tower they were wanting to put out the Civic Center?
I
It's the
have
same
no
bunch or a
idea.
different bunch?
I have no idea. I never spoke with anyone about a tower at the Civic Center. So this is the only one that I've been in contact with.
Okay. Thank you. I think I skipped the note.
Walking the street.
Jeremy, did you have anything that you wanted to say? My apologies. I just thought.
Thank you, Mayor. The Vice Mayor just cleared it up. I didn't understand. I thought I heard that the new ordinance requires the public to pick up their cat feces as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Do you
All right.
keep them on the leash?
Mayor Thomas.
Jackie Thompson, Deputy Chief of Police, Police Department. Good afternoon, Mayor Bullard. First up, I have been asked by some of the aldermen and me and the mayor have also talked about it some about cameras. I gave y'all each a packet to review, about the pros and cons, and of course, as Alderman McLeod brought up, there are some cons. We are gonna be stuck with a bunch of equipment that hasn't been serviced. I mean, where we sit right now, we have 24 fixed cameras and 20 LPRs, and probably a third to half of them aren't working properly or all the time. On the flock, we have 32 fixed cameras, 12 pan tilt zoom cameras, and 27 LPRs. The $210,000 price you see for the first year includes installation, and after that, it'll be $196,600 for as long as the term of the contract.
How much better again?
$190.
$190 each year.
Yep. Price of the LPRs haven't increased since 2023. But as long as we stay in contact with the reps, they will own the equipment, they will maintenance the equipment, and we do not have, right now, have any contract with anybody else. That's been common talked about.
Well, I mean, that was just my question. I don't know. I didn't make a statement. I asked the question.
Yeah, well, the answer to that question that I have been posed, we were on a pay-by basis with Motorola, which they weren't able to service them. So I was asked to get that together for y'all. If y'all want more time to look over it, I'm whatever y'all want to do. I just, Stan, you asked me to get something together, so.
I like it, Barry. You know, what we got now is obviously not what we need, and, you know, we need to upgrade and get us a first-class camera system here now. I mean, it looks like from what you're saying that it's gonna cost us $190,000 a year to have viable, first-class working cameras. And right now, we don't have that. I mean,
Is the contract year to year, or is it
Well,
5 years?
the first one will be for 2 years,
Okay.
and then you have, every year you have the opportunity to re-up. If you like them, then you can re-up.
How much are we paying now?
I'm really not paying anything right now because we don't
We don't have a maintenance contract.
We don't have a maintenance contract anymore. So,
Do these old cameras have any value?
I mean, they're telling me they came through and did a list. It's, I think they said $150,000 to repair and replace what needed to be replaced and repaired, plus $50,000 more to add a cloud system. So you're kind of
About where he started with me. Well, in my opinion, the cameras are part of life in this town, or any town, like we are. And, again, I'm saying that this money can come out of our tourism. Because it promotes tourism, having a safe community and a place people like to come to and feel good about. So.
It's in their budget.
Well, if it's in their budget, maybe we wouldn't have to go there, or whatever. I don't know, y'all tell me more about it. I just, if it's in your, is it in your budget, Barry?
I mean, I think we put.
If it is, then that's fine.
I don't think it is, though. I don't think it's in the budget.
We put some camera money in our budget.
There's some, the cameras for their, you're wearing cameras.
Body cam?
No, we put cameras, because we knew it was gonna at least take them $150 to fix this one.
I mean, either way is good. I just think we need to figure out a way to go on and move forward. If it's not enough, we can take the rest of it out and do it.
That's a good project.
Whatever you think.
That's a real good project. One thing that they've got is that the license plate reader, there's lawsuits involved in those, and I hate for us to buy cameras that are license plate readers but we can't use, so that needs to be taken in consideration. I don't know the status of that. Can you help with that?
When you ask me, but the only lawsuits I know of is the license plate readers that were being used to issue tickets. Now,
To
we're not
issue
gonna-
tickets.
We're not gonna be doing that.
And that's not what we
Our
do.
plate readers are going to be for crime prevention
Great.
and solution.
Great. All right.
All right, so.
And you, excuse me, Stan.
If we wanna move forward, Colin, what's the next step?
Well, this is the proposal. So if you want to accept the proposal, subject to the review and execution of the contract, you could do that if you wanted to do something right now, because till you see the contract, you don't really know what the deal is. You know what the proposal is, but you need to know the deal which will be in the contract.
Yeah, it's a real good thing now.
I wanna see what's in their budget.
Okay.
If we put money in their budget.
Well, if we do move forward, Colin, that doesn't mean we've done anything yet as far as accepting anything.
Well, as long as we accept it conditioned upon and subject to and contingent upon there being a contract that y'all review and approve, and then authorize to be signed, you're okay by approving the proposal, because you're not through with it yet. You're just saying, now we're okay with the first step, now let's see what the contract says. Because this is not a contract, this is a proposal. Theoretically, the proposal terms will be in the contract, but it's what else is gonna be in the contract that we need to be looking at.
Well, Jimmy's concerned about the money, which I am
That's
too.
always a concern when you spend
And
money.
so what do we need to do? Do we need to wait and let us find out about what is in our budget?
Well, I think it'd be a good idea to know if it's in the budget or not, before you
Okay.
spend it.
All right, well, I guess.
Regardless of the source of the income, regardless of the source of funding, it needs to be in your budget before you buy it, I don't think.
All right, well, let's look that up, and then we'll have, we can't, I don't know if we can do that today, or can we do that today, or what's,
I mean, I'd like to know too. If Jimmy's got that right, then, I mean, do you know, Kelly?
I mean, I'll have to go look it up.
Maybe you can look it up at the break.
yeah, well, let's revisit this a little bit when you get a chance to take a look.
Okay. But I'm for it, Barry. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page with it.
Yeah, also, my understanding, that we won't have to have, the Wi-Fi connection to any camera or electricity, so that's gonna come off of our expense.
Yes.
Also,
That's correct.
and,
And they do, and this is adding some cameras at Trussell, at, the mounds, what, you know, and I've still got some work to do with Joe about I'm trying to get everything on one system where everybody's on the same page.
right, and you can monitor these from the police station also.
Yes.
It's the update, the top of the line, actually. I
Yeah,
guess.
we'll have the ability to share with other local agencies, which will be a plus instead of us having to call Oxford, and Oxford having to call us, we'll be able to share information, so.
All right, we're gonna look at the budget in a little bit, then when we get a moment to break. All right, keep going.
Secondly, we went and picked up 3 vehicles y'all allowed us to purchase last week. I'm asking for permission to accept the lowest quote to install equipment in these 3 vehicles. As y'all know, these vehicles are SRO vehicles, so I took some of the equipment off where it's not as high, saved about $6,000 a car. I'm asking that you go with the low quote to equip the 3 vehicles for $20,018 through the Southern Connection out of Richland.
All right, motion made by Jim, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. I see no opposition.
One other thing I have, it's one just as an information, City of Batesville Police Department is gonna be hosting the annual Maloa Law Dog Training. And we'll be doing K9 expositions from K9s all over the state, different locations here, at the school, football field, different places. That'll be March 10th through the 12th. So if anybody would like to come out and watch some of these K9s and how it works, y'all just get with one of us and we'll be glad to fix y'all up and let y'all watch them in action.
I like what you do.
I like it. I got K9. I want to see it.
Y'all just let me know and I will get y'all fixed up and we'll watch them work.
All right.
All right, good
Thank
job, Barry, thank you. Carmen, you have anything for us at this time?
A matter I'll need to talk about in executive session.
All right, Sean, you next?
Okay.
The first thing I have is y'all should have received a veto from the mayor, and I just need for y'all to show that y'all received that, and it will be on file in the office of the city clerk. There's no action needed, it's just gonna be placed in the minutes showing that he vetoed.
It may not be any action needed, but I got some comments I want to make about it. Last board meeting, we had a motion and a second and a vote. 3-0 to approve to buy some light bulbs out here. And so, Newt, in my opinion, did a great job putting something together for us. And so we voted on it, went on about our way. And the next day, I get a notice in the email that the mayor had vetoed it. Well, I don't want to tell y'all how pissed off I was when I got that veto. Because one thing, I made the motion, it was seconded by 2 of my friends here on the board. And it was put together by our public works man, Newt Benson. In my opinion, the reasons that the mayor gave for that veto, you don't want to hear the language I want to say about that either. It's totally out of order, in my opinion, to have vetoed that. We did nothing but buy some light bulbs. That's all we did. It wasn't a project. We wasn't building a bridge over the Tallahatchie River. We simply bought some light bulbs. And I just want y'all to know, I hate it and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You guys, Jimmy and Dennis weren't here. I'm saying if you'd have been here, you'd have voted for it. And then I guess you'd have had your thoughts about it if he vetoed it. When somebody vetoes something that I do, like he did, I'm not gonna take it kindly. I've been here more years than everybody on this board and the mayor put together. I've made a lot of motions in my life, and most of them were good. I think most of them were good. And for somebody to veto something like that, for the reasons he gave for vetoing it, that we didn't get the right specs, what is on here? Let me just look and see. The specifications, let me tell y'all, about a month ago, I spoke to Newt about replacing these lights out here and fixed them up like they need to be. He moved on it and got some ideas. He calls the mayor and asked the mayor what he needed to do to get these specs and get this stuff put together. It was gonna cost $4,200, $4,400, whatever it was.
For this part right here?
No, for what you have already done out there. You got permission from Hal to
do the one tower?
To do the one tower, that's right. So Hal gave him permission to do that. Okay? Now, he gave him permission. So he goes and does this, fixes the tower, and gives Newt the idea of how to move forward with replacing some bulbs. He gives Newt the bulbs, does this and that and the other.
I give him the bulbs, what do you mean?
No, I ain't talking to you. Look, he gave Newt the permission to get what we needed to move forward with replacing these bulbs. Newt did that. He brought the bids back at the last board meeting. You can see them in your packet. And that's when we voted to move forward and only buying light bulbs now. Well, this is not a project. This was buying light bulbs. The low quote was $41,000 something. In my opinion, not vetoing that throws Newt Benson right under the Continental Trailways bus. It's outrageous, and I just want y'all to know this is what our mayor did to try to stop progress about moving forward with making this interchange beautiful out here. And the worst of all of it was down here at the bottom where he says it was the lack of budget authorization. Maybe he doesn't know, or maybe he does. I don't know. I put in my motion to take this money out of tourism. Tourism does not have a budget. There's no such thing as a budget for tourism. If it was, we wouldn't have ZZ Top coming here right now. We wouldn't have a lot of things we've done. So that's completely erroneous. And so I want y'all to know what our mayor did, that in my opinion is ludicrous. It's completely ludicrous. He ought to know better, and he should have never done it.
All right, let me ask a question then. Coleman, was this appropriate and done the right way? And did I call you and ask you Was this correct? And your response was, it should have never happened, and that a veto would be the appropriate way to remedy this.
Well, I don't know if I said it should never have happened, but I told you that your veto was legally sufficient. I told you you needed to change one word, which you did. And your reasons, I think, are sufficient reasons. Whether or not anybody agrees with them is a whole different, they ain't gotta agree with your veto. They got a right to override the veto. This is the way government works. Y'all vote, mayor veto, y'all override the veto. So if y'all don't like his reasons, y'all just make a motion to override the veto.
Do I have a motion to override it?
Colin, what about the 41,000 was the low price, right? Was that for spending, is that okay?
Well, it's over 5,000, that should, I don't recall, were there quotes?
Yes.
You gotta have three things. You gotta have approved specifications, you gotta have specs, you gotta have them approved, you gotta authorize quotes, and then you gotta receive the quotes and choose the lowest and best quotes. Those are the steps. I don't care if you're buying light bulbs, bicycles, fire trucks. We wouldn't be buying a fire truck with a quote, but advertising for bids. So those are the steps. And they're in millions of attorney general's opinions over and over again about what you gotta do, so.
But it tells me that he don't trust Lou Benson to do his job. That's what I think about it. I'm not gonna ask for an override today, but I promise you, if you ever, maybe another thing I do, you'll hear from me. I don't appreciate it. And these boys right here, both of them voted for it, because they thought it was a good idea. And you, showing your power, wanted to veto it. So you did it, and you come up with some flimsy ass reasons why, and I don't appreciate it.
Well, I believe we disagree. If you'd like to make a motion.
I'm not gonna make a motion now, I'm explaining my thoughts out.
Very good.
This is not the first time you stepped over the line with me, and it won't be the last, I'm sure.
I'm glad we don't agree on a lot of things.
You damn right, I don't either.
All right, any further discussion? All right, motion.
How many of them are out?
Oh, about half of them. But the only way you can't put the same bulbs back, you know that. You can't put the same bulbs back in. You gotta upgrade, put LEDs in them. You know, so, I mean, that's what Nick did. He got the quotes for the bulbs. We voted on it, passed it, and the mayor decides he's found some reason why it's out of order.
Johnny, you just need us to acknowledge the letter.
Not really that.
Not really.
It just,
Not really.
since it's an action that y'all have a right to veto, it needs to be put in the minutes that it was done, and so we got a record in the minutes that it was done, and that gives y'all, that informs y'all that it's been done, so that if you want to, you can make a motion and vote to veto it. I mean, the veto is effective whether y'all acknowledge it in the minutes or not. But by placing it in the minutes, it puts y'all on notice that it was done, and then y'all can take the action to veto if you want to do that. It's just keeping the record straight of what there was a vote. And if you don't put the veto in the record, then somebody reading the minutes will wonder, well, why didn't they get the light bulbs? And the veto shows why that deal wasn't done. And so the next step, if y'all were gonna take it, would be to vote to override the veto and see what the consequences of that vote are.
All right, we're gonna move forward unless there's anything else. John, is that it?
Mayor, if I can interrupt you for a minute,
Yes.
I apologize. During my presentation, I told y'all about the law dog thing gonna be here March 10th through the 12th. By the form of a motion and a vote, can y'all please acknowledge that and give me permission to do that? I guess I didn't ask y'all for permission.
All right, motion made by Jimmy, seconded by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion
y'all.
carries.
Sorry.
Thank you, Barry. All right, Fire Chief, Snyder.
Hey, I'm good today. Fire Chief James Snyder. I only have two. I have a request to declare some surplus property. A while back, y'all gave me permission to buy some new gas detectors. I bought the new gas detectors, so I'm surplusing the old ones. I just need to get them surplus so I can go on the lane.
We need a motion?
Yes, sir.
All right, motion made by Carl, Seconded by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition.
Thank y'all very much. And one more, I have an emergency repair that Tim had done, and he requested it in October, but they didn't get to it until January. But I still did all the paperwork like I was supposed to because it was over $5,000. And I just want y'all to, do I get a motion on that too? I need a motion for y'all to approve this $5,029, which is actually less than what they told him it would be. So they told him it would be $6,600.
So moved.
Motion made by Jimmy, seconded by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
Thank y'all very much. I got one more thing for executive session. Appreciate it.
I want to thank you and your men for coming out to my house last week. I may not know it, my carport caught on fire. One time I called 911, I had firefighters at my house in 4 minutes and 40 seconds. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all letting us do it.
Yeah, that's what they do every day.
Oh,
That's good.
carport gone.
Rodney Holly.
In the water today. Good afternoon, board. Rodney Holly with Batesville Civic Center. I am very grateful to be here today and represent the Civic Center. Proud to be in this position. We've had some pretty cool events, and I believe Mayor Farrell is going to help me with some technology that he understands. There you go. This is something I want to talk about. This is Bill Lipscomb Rodeo, and this is a local student, Jason and Lee Taylor Huron's son, that rode this bull. He came for the 1 o'clock show and got bucked or whatever, and they went and x-rayed his hand, okay? Turned out, hey, we're gonna come ride for the 7:30 one, and he won the junior bull competition, and found out today that it was in fact broken, but he won it still. So that's the kind of grit that you want in somebody from Batesville, and this young man's done very well and going to represent us in many, many things. But that picture was taken by either his mom or dad. Definitely was nowhere near where I was. I was way away from those bulls, but I just thought that was something definitely to recognize when we're looking for positives from this event. But his older brother or brother has got an injury he's trying to get past, but they're still celebrating with this. But his dad sent me a picture of the cast on his arm today, so there you go, from that to that. So
good.
Just wanted to celebrate that. But the Lipscomb Rodeo was very successful with this Saturday. Had 2 shows and did well. No problems with security and or any issues that way. Again, Batesville PD, thank y'all very much for what you do. Sure appreciate that. That was my first matter of business. And now we're getting ready for a ZZ Top concert April 4th. If you haven't got your tickets yet, please do. We need to get some more tickets moving. And with that being said, I have some items in your book that we need to look at, please. Thank you, Mayor. I've got a recommendation for items 1 through 5. I respectfully recommend handing items 1 through 5 together under one motion and resolution with the board, selecting the lowest and best quote for each, and those should be in your book. Shauna, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And before y'all decide that, I want to look at the items that are in here, and there's a couple of things. It's required in the contract from ZZ Top and the other band. It's necessary based on the contract and also on creating a concert environment out there. These are the things that are necessary for that. From lighting, sound, acoustic curtains, security, everything that goes with trying to have the best possible event experience, whether it's a rodeo or a concert or whatever, but we want it safe and we want people to be able to enjoy it and spend money in Batesville, local and regionally. And as far as tickets on this, we've gone Louisiana, Texas, all over Memphis into Arkansas, and then people from France that are coming into Clarksdale later on in the month for the joint festival have decided to come in early and will be in Batesville for this thing. So, but with that, those are the items. If you have any questions on those items, I will be more than happy to further explain those.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve 1 through 5.
Motion to accept the items 1 through 5. Need a second. Dennis has a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
I have one other item, and it has to do with the second of the deposits. The rest will be paid the night of the show. For ZZ Top, their agency requires a bank wire instead of a check, and we have done that for the first deposit. The second one will be due on Friday, March the 2nd, and I am requesting approval to do that.
So moved.
All right, motion made by Jimmy, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition. It says it has to be done by March the 2nd.
March the 6th, I'm sorry. My
Okay.
apologies.
Okay.
March the 6th. 6 and a 2 look too much alike.
Okay,
Right.
good.
Gets worse. Y'all have anything else for me? I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Brad.
Thank y'all.
I look
Appreciate
forward
the
to it.
opportunity, and thank y'all very much.
Heath Philly Love.
Thank you, Ron.
Got your main man with you.
So, the reason Terry's up here with me today is we've been working with Common on the mentor program for the city of Batesville. And Terry's got an update on, if you update all right, so we're working with Common to get all the legalities on it. I think it was, what, a few months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, Common, when it started?
Yeah, right, it's right before Christmas.
So before Christmas, it brought to y'all, and y'all approved everything, and so we're still working on the legalities of it. And our focus is to try to get it started 1st of April, if we can get everything through Common and get it back to y'all, so we can start the mentorship. And Terry's just gonna give a little small update on it.
I think the update was, when y'all agreed, last time y'all agreed with me being a liaison. But Heath and I talked about it coming through the park and recreation as a mentoring program. So that would be the only difference in MOU that we're trying to work together, is that it actually be us running from Pathline Park. And I can say this, yesterday I had about 22 kids signed up to play flag football, and about 18 of them not in school right now, or in our turn to school. So it would give us access to work with some kids and give them something structured to do, but also would give us a building by partnering with Hope Mentoring, which is next door to the park, give us something to do when it's raining and anything like that. So that was the update. I think we talked about the insurance issue of it, and
We're just trying to make the program ours, and we're trying to do it the right way. We want it to be Batesville's program, not anybody else's, and we're just trying to do it the right way, and we just want y'all to let y'all know where we're headed with it. And we'll come back before y'all as soon as we get everything accomplished.
They're waiting on me. They've been very kind. But the ball in my court to finish an MOU based on what Terry had already sent. He's gonna send me the document he prepared in Word, and I'm gonna tweak it.
Sound good to me.
Thank
What do we need?
Nothing, I was just giving y'all an update on where
you
we're
want
at.
to become a good update.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you needed a motion.
That's a good update.
No motion. And look, I appreciate y'all doing the trees earlier out at the Indian Mounds. Y'all don't, there's people every day out there trying to go in there around the gate. Yesterday I had a couple that were, everybody knows them in the community, and I had to tell them, look, the gate's closed for a reason. They didn't like it, and they said they're gonna call y'all. I was like, do that, please. You know, you ain't supposed to be out here. And so the sooner I can get that cleaned up, the better for everybody. I don't know if y'all feel the calls or not. Some of the calls I can get on good. So I just wanted to get it open quicker.
Do we have a sign out there that says closed, or we just got the gate
The
shut?
gate's shut, you know, I don't know what more you want if the gate's shut, to tell you it's closed, you know, but hey, they walk around it.
Oh, they still can get in?
Oh, yeah, they can walk around the gate,
Oh.
you just can't drive around it.
Oh, okay.
They park outside the gate and walk around it, but, hopefully,
If the concrete part's open back up, but not the others,
Right.
right, put like a small road barricade with some kind of signage on it.
that's what, at every entrance to the nature trail, I was gonna put a barricade up and put some yellow caution tape on it, put closed on it at every entrance to that nature trail. If they walk in there, that's on them, you know, we're at least letting them know you're not supposed to be in
It's
here.
dangerous in those woods.
It is, it's really bad in those woods, so, I don't know what the legality of it is, but as long as we saying it's closed and they go in there, I don't think.
Well, you've got a duty to warn.
Yeah.
So once you warn, you, I mean, and they still proceed, then that's really gonna be on them.
Right.
I can't believe people would be foolish enough to walk through the forest with limbs hanging around. Did they ever read the paper about people getting killed when limbs fall on them?
Well, the one yesterday that I talked to, he says, I said, you must be blind not to see the trees hanging, and he says, well, I am, and I said, well, you don't need to be out here. He's always said he was almost legally blind, and I was like, well, I can go connect that one. So, yeah. That is a true statement. He knows who I'm talking about. It's a true statement. And I was like, well, he had somebody out there with him that could see, and he couldn't. I don't know.
They're almost parking on the railroad track.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so we do, I do appreciate y'all helping. And as soon as those guys get in there and get those limbs out of those trees, we're hoping that we'll have it back open next week. You know, that's my goal, is to have it up next week. The concrete part, that's the only part we'll open, is the concrete part.
Right.
Do y'all got any questions?
I guess not. Barry, you just stretching.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Luke?
Good afternoon again.
I'm supposed to get.
Okay.
First,
Yeah, teammates.
Well, not really. I may be a mediocre cop, but I don't know nothing about building roads, so I call him.
First thing on the agenda, talk about the driveway to the mounds, not the mounds, the animal shelter. I've got two quotes in your packet, and let me explain this to y'all if you just give me just a second. The driveway back there is in disarray. We need to get in there with our grapple truck and pick up the trees and the limbs that have fallen. And that's first step. Second step, y'all got the fence is broken too. That's the first step. Get the fence broken. Get all the limbs and trees up. Next is when the driveway back in there needs to be cut down. There's some potholes in there that are 5 to 6 inches deep. And then we've been putting clay, rock, gravel, cheap stuff on that drive for a while. And if we want any kind of longevity out of it, it's in our opinion if we just put some crush and run or some crushed concrete on it. So we went to get prices on crushed concrete, crush and run. And so in your package you see two quotes. One from MMC. Their quote is for $31 a ton. Okay, that's all. That's the city hauling. That's us going out to the concrete plant, picking up, getting the truckloads. We've got it figured that we need 272 tons for the driveway. So the second price you'll see is for Nunley Trucking, and they're out of Iuka. And you'll see two prices on there. There's a price for Nunley hauling it here for $48.50 a ton. And you'll also see a price on there for us going and picking it up and buying it from them for $26.50 a ton. It is, how many miles? 131 miles from here to Iuka. So in my opinion, the best bid here is for us to go to MMC and get it for $31 a ton. And I'm asking the board's permission to buy 272 tons for MMC at $8,432.
Motion.
All right, motion by Carl, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
Okay, hit me.
I was just waiting for you to say something.
All right.
Can I do it the way I did the post in the car and just put in the form of an email to Sean why I'm considering MMC the better?
No, I mean, you can explain it, but it's gotta be in the minutes, because y'all did not choose the lowest quote. So you're choosing the higher quote, you gotta determine this the lowest and best quote.
It's the best and lowest, and that's because of location.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost cheaper for us to buy it at that
Long
price
term,
from
it's
this location.
long term, less.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy's right.
So my question, would this come, where's the money coming from? Out of sanitation?
Out of PD.
I figured y'all tossed it around.
No.
We used to charge all that sanitation.
We might can split it.
Yeah, you figure it out.
I don't know what Shelton's budget looks like right now, but it's tore all up. He needs some help.
Most of them all.
Yes, sir. Second, I'm asking, permission for approval of the MOU with MDOT, and allow the mayor to sign it. We talked about that at the last meeting. Daniel Cole told y'all about it, and for, the two of y'all that weren't here, we want to be able to go on MDOT's right away and pick up the debris for our citizens. So this MOU will allow us to do that. MDOT will pay for the 12.5%, and we'll go pick up the Looks Great Services will pick up all the debris on the side of the road, on all the MDOT right of way, except for the 4-lane highways and of course I-55. So we just need the board's approval to accept the MOU and to allow the mayor to sign it and just send it to him.
Motion by Stan, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries.
Well, while we're on that, I polled the board yesterday and asked y'all to approve that request for assistance through NRCS. The deadline to turn that in was yesterday, and so if we can get that ratified now, I'd appreciate it. Isn't that what we need to do, Colin?
Yeah.
So it was approved yesterday, we just need to ratify it in the meeting.
Jimmy made a motion, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you all. Next, requesting permission to accept a sole source letter from Trojan UV and to accept the quotes to repair the quote to repair the Trojan UV system at the wastewater treatment plant. So I've talked to Common about this, and I've also talked to David Jones today, and I have an email that I sent to David Jones and Common explaining this. I spoke to Trojan. There was some concern about the sole source letter that's in the packet, about it not being a sole source letter. In that letter, it explains some guarantee. So the system that we have down there at that effluent station now is a Trojan system. This is a Trojan UV disinfectant system. When that water goes through there, it goes straight out to the Tallahatchie River, okay? So all that's Trojan stuff. What's broken is the computer, the monitor, the programming, all that's broken, and in order to get that fixed and for them to guarantee that it's working properly, you have to go back with Trojan. So if you read the letter very carefully, it explains that, okay? It's a guarantee that says if you're going to, we can only guarantee the Trojan supplies, the parts, the programming. If you use somebody else's stuff, we're not guaranteeing the disinfectant, that you're getting properly disinfected. So I'm asking y'all, anything else?
You're on your own, you.
Okay. I mean, it is what it is. We can sit here and argue about it all you want to. You can take a Ford part and put it on a GM part, on a GM truck, and it might work, but will GM say that that truck is working like it's supposed to work? That's all this letter's saying. if you want us to guarantee that you are getting proper disinfectant, you gotta use the Trojan parts with the Trojan system. We have a Trojan system, so you got to use the Trojan parts. Now, if y'all agree with that and would like to accept that letter, that's what I'm asking you to do.
That's something we got to have.
Something we gotta have.
I know we got to have it. So I most.
Okay, got a motion made by Carl, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries.
So secondly, asking approval to purchase the equipment and the programming and the labor to get the system repaired, and that's for $46,746.32.
Now, what we just did?
Just accepted the letter to be a sole source.
Okay.
Oh, this the total?
Okay, very good.
Yes.
Okay, well, all right, motion made by Stan, second by Carl. Any further discussion? Motion carries.
Okay. Are you happy, or do we need to do something else?
No, you've done what you had to do.
Okay.
Good, I just don't keep my mouth shut.
All right, thank you so much. I know what you told me to do a couple times, Mayor. You got it.
You made the sale.
That's right. If you go, when
Thank
the
you.
judge grants your request in court, and
Thank
you keep talking,
Yeah.
he will tell you real quick, once you get what you want, sit down and be quiet.
Well, I'm not through. I got some more things to ask. Thank y'all, though. Next, request permission to accept specifications for the Brew Road Regulator Station, the gas station. And if you look in there, it's, oh man, it's a whole book of specifications. But it's everything that we need. I've looked through them and approved. Steve's looked through them and approved, and also got a third-party local person with gas experience to look through it, and he also approved all the specifications. So I'm asking y'all to approve the specifications.
That's a
For
long
that gas
time,
regulator
long
station.
time wait on this.
Yes,
This is
sir.
great.
Yes, sir.
We need it. Serves the gas, the city well with this access. Motion made by Stan, seconded by Carl. Any further discussion? Motion carries.
Secondly, I would ask y'all's approval to start moving forward with the bid process for the regulator station. The appropriate bid process, which would be putting it out for advertisement, all that good stuff.
Can you do that now?
I will be recruiting Mendrop Engineering to help.
They're gonna help you with that?
Yes, sir. Gas regulator station, yes, sir. What do we need? What do
Where's
we
the
miss?
coordination agreement? I mean,
What's the coordination agreement? With Mendrop?
now with, whoever the successor to LS Power is, who's in control of that.
Oh.
I mean,
Howard said that he had that.
oh yeah, I've been told that, I just haven't seen it. I'd like to see it.
All right, we need to get that in our hands before.
Well, I guess you can do this, but when you go back to that done in 1999, that all those agreements signed off by everybody in the world, MDOT, the state of Mississippi, Panola County, City of Batesville, South Panola School District, the group out there, LS Power, we're operating under a master agreement. Then we got an agreement for the use of the pipeline. Then we have to use a coordination agreement that coordinates everything, how those charges are going to be assessed, and all these balances and stuff. I don't understand all the technology in there, but they're not. They are mandatory documents. They're not, if you want to sign it, great, but they are mandatory documents that have got to be approved by y'all and signed. So I just don't want to get the cart before the horse.
Why don't we request that then to make sure that that's done?
Well, it's not done because y'all ain't approved it. I mean, if you don't have a copy.
Request that document, that's what you're saying.
But I don't want to hold you up. I don't want to get you out there on a limb and we can't, and we get bids and we don't have that document ready.
What will we do?
we need to finish what we're supposed to do, and that's get the coordination signed off on by the city, the group at the power plant. I think MDOT may have to sign it. I can't remember who all the parties are, Stan. It's a very complicated setup regarding that regulator, regarding the whole thing out there.
Well, whatever we need to do, let's do it. I mean, you need permission, Nick, to do something or what? I mean.
So you're saying Howard got that letter?
I don't know if he has it in his hand, but I've heard the same thing. But just let me call. I don't know. I don't want to tell you wrong. Let me do some investigating, and between me and Coleman and Joe, he ropes me into stuff. I'm gonna rope him into something too. So. But we'll get somewhere. I'll let y'all know at the next meeting. And we'll hold off on starting the bid process until we've got the agreement.
If they've waived it, we just need to know, if they've waived it, they being all these other parties, and that, we either need to see that in writing, or we need to see the agreement.
Okay. I've got a couple other things I need to ask y'all. Next is the square, the cut-through street on the square. I'm asking the board's approval to move those barricades and open that cut-through square up. Back up.
All right. Made a motion by Carl, second by Wiz. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
I'm sorry, I was talking to everybody, so I missed it.
Carl made a motion to open the street on the east side of the railroad track that's been closed. It was seconded by.
All right, stop a minute. Mayor, I own property on this square, and I'm not gonna be involved in any voting decision on this thing. I'm gonna recuse myself.
Okay.
So, Coleman, I need to leave the room or what?
Yes, yeah, you need to, in the minutes will show you recused yourself.
Very good.
Maybe I shouldn't.
I might say, so everybody will know, there were 19 people, owners on the square, asked about this. 16 said they'd like it open. 3 businesses said they'd like it closed. And that was the concern of the square. I've gotten many requests from the public to have it open, and I think when it was presented to us, it was going to be closed for 48 hours and then reopened. And that road would be closed, as it always has been, if there's an event there on the square with the Panola Partnership. Right, but I've got a motion and I've got a second by Wiz. Any further discussion? All in favor? And we got 2 in favor, or anybody opposed?
I think it's a mistake.
All right, you're opposed? Jimmy, did you vote?
I'm opposed.
Opposed?
I'm a no.
No, all right, I'm in favor. So I'll take my time vote to open that up. All right? We can get Stan back in here. Is that it, what you had?
I've got one more thing. One more thing. All right, I'd like to share some good news with y'all today. Had a phone call this morning, Bubba did, from the well service that have been rebuilding the new well out behind Walmart. And they got here around lunchtime today, and they are putting that well back online. They're putting it back together. Hopefully it'll be back online within maybe the end of the day, or latest by sometime tomorrow or something like that. So good news, that well's been down for several months now, and we need it. And that is all I have. Anybody have anything for me?
Yeah, the lady, I had a couple phone calls about the gas line. What the best house I need to get?
Thank you for asking. All right, so what we've started doing here, for anybody in town that's wanting gas, if there's not any gas on your street, not in your area, we need to get with Steve and they need to supply, first off, they need to have a BTU load. We can't give you a proper quote, anybody a proper quote if we don't have what their BTU demand is. So they need to figure out, and that's hard to do when you're sitting in a house that's, you might have been there for 20 years or 30 years or something, and there's no gas run to it. None of your appliances are gas. But we can't give you any kind of close to an accurate quote if we don't know how many BTUs that you're gonna need. So the residents need to have a BTU load, and they need to give it to us, and they need to understand that that quote process. If you give us a range, we can give you a range. I know that we've had a lot of people ask about gas, and since we've started giving them quotes of what it's going to cost to give them gas, it's kind of stopped right there. Now, we're not trying to discourage anybody from getting gas, and we'll run gas down any street. I think down at the end of Hoskins, though, I believe that price came in, just running the gas line was around 20 grand. Is that right, Gary? Am I remembering it correctly? Close to 20 grand. And so just keep in mind that, there's, we want to serve everybody. There's a price tag behind everything. And, but as long as they're willing to and able to give us a BTU load, we'll give them a quote.
Forgive my ignorance.
Yeah.
But how would I get that as a resident?
You'd have to figure out, do you are you just gonna do some gas logs or some gas inserts or Vanguard heaters? How many heaters are you gonna put in your house? And then what's the BTU load on those heaters? You really need to get a plumber to look at that. You need to go up there and put your hands on the heater that you're gonna have and see what the BTU load on that heater is, what the demand is. And then, whatever it is, if it's 2 or 3 or 4 heaters you're gonna put in, multiply it by that number. If you're wanting to put in a gas hot water heater, a tankless hot water heater, same thing. You're gonna have to shop and do your homework, but, if you can give us a range of what you think your BTU load's gonna be, we can give you a range, a guesstimate, a quote, of what it's gonna cost to get you gas.
On anything
that's gas.
Sir?
On anything that's gas in the
Oh,
house.
that's right.
Have BTUs on it, and
So for
get a total.
somebody who currently has gas, but they're gonna add more gas appliances as well, how would that, so they need to refigure it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We've had, this happens every year, because a lot of times, people wanna add.
That means you need a bigger meter?
Yes,
or-
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sometimes we have to go out and replace their whole meter set, from a, 275 to a 415. And of course that, you think about that number, 275 to 415, that's a jump in price too.
Just didn't know.
Yes, sir.
So I just tell them call Steve when they
Call
get that
Steve.
big. I need to get his number.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
All right.
Yeah, you can do that too. You can call up here and give it to the utility girls, and they get with Steve. Either which one.
Okay, I just didn't want to know what to tell them when they call. I didn't know what to tell them.
Steve likes to go out he meets them at their house and takes
Okay.
a look at it and talks to them and makes sure that they're all on the same page. This is what you're planning on putting in. Stove, oven, heaters, hot water heater, whatever it is.
It'd be initiated with the clerks up front
Yes, sir.
first,
Yeah.
and then meet with them.
Okay. All right.
And the clerks will know that.
Thank you for bringing that up, Carl. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it for the advice.
Yeah. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
We got to allow the claims.
I didn't see it.
Well, I didn't see it either. That's why.
She told me it was in there.
She just had it, sir, but it's not on there. So,
I didn't see it.
that's y'all did.
I didn't see one of them.
It's not on there.
It's not too good.
All right, then a motion to allow the claims, that's payment of bills. Motion made by Jimmy. Second.
I'll get the second one.
All right, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
Do that, Mary.
comment, I just got up for the Alderman next, but at this noon realty, is that the executive session, do I need to, I don't know about that. I'm prepared to move forward.
Oh, no, I think you can amend the contract.
Okay.
We're not going into the details of the transaction.
Right, all right. You know, as a reminder, that Dune Realty has an option on the land across from KC Steakhouse. They're in negotiation with many different people about starting to build there, but they need to extend their option to purchase. And there's a copy of the extension. We've done that once before in your package there under mayor. And that what we'd like to do, they want to extend it before the other one runs out because they're not quite ready to execute it yet. And they're in negotiation with us now and trying to get the title work done and different things, but the option to purchase is going to run out before then. But they're still very interested and want to do this. So I would request an option, a motion to extend this agreement as stated in the attached document.
What was it, a year?
Come and put it together.
December 31st of this year. The rest of this year.
Rest of this year. I didn't see it.
Well, I know. Motion to extend.
Okay, motion made by Stan, second by
Maybe we'll
Dennis.
get somebody.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition. All right, anything else? Dennis, you have anything for us today?
Not today.
Were you saying something?
I've got one other
Okay,
thing,
go ahead.
if y'all don't mind. Back to the gas, running the gas. You know, I told you, I said, putting gas around Hoskins, around that circle back there, would run over somewhere around $20,000. What do y'all think about adopting an ordinance if we do that? Because we've got streets that we put gas down, and it's a gas line going all the way down that street. And then once we did it and they found out how much it cost, nobody hooked up. So before we start running gas line down streets and costing the city money, how do y'all feel about adopting some kind of ordinance that says that if somebody on that street wants gas and we run that line down there, that once we run that line, they've agreed to the quotes and the costs and stuff like that, that once it's done, it's done. I mean, they've got to have it. They've got to hook up to it.
Such as a new construction.
Yes, sir.
I can imagine not doing that.
Well, I mean, I'd probably have to get with Colin to get it all right, you know, the wording right, because I don't want to infringe on somebody's, say yes or no, or I'm not trying to force anybody to do something, but if you ask for something and you know how much it's going to cost on the upfront, and then, oh, well, I didn't know it was going to cost that, and then they back out.
I think it's a good idea to get some facts together and bring it back to them.
Okay, yep, sounds great. Thank y'all.
Thank you. All right, Jimmy, you have anything this session?
Mayor, March, the end of March will put us at about, I think, 50% of our budget year. So sometimes in April, I'd like for us to have a work session with the department heads. Of course, they would have to have their budget current. And for us just to kind of see where everybody is on their budget, and then we'll know where we are before we get to the end of the year and not be shocked.
A good idea. Just set it up next meeting.
Shauna will put it together. The department heads get their budget each month. Shauna?
Yes, sir. I hope so.
Yeah,
That's
the department heads get up-to-date budget each month. Be good for us to know and sit and see.
So they have been getting it every month?
Yes.
Supposed to, yes.
Supposed to and yes are two different things.
You're supposed to ask me for yours.
So anyway, same
I
thing.
think same
We
thing
need
for
to look
us
at
to
it.
review
Yeah.
along with them. I think it's a great idea. All right, well, Shauna will help us put that together in April then. That it, Jim?
Yes, sir.
I'm good.
Please, all
I'm
right.
good.
Carl, you got anything? No. All right, got anything?
You know I got something.
Okay.
Now that the whole board's here together today, I'd like to ask y'all to consider buying light bulbs for the interstate. Seems like we couldn't get past first round of this. Now that you're all here, I think that we need to purchase light bulbs to replace out here on the interstate. I'd like to ask y'all to give Newt permission to get whatever information that makes everybody happy so we can move forward with purchasing bulbs and let Newt decide how we need to get them put up.
Can we wait 1 month? And the reason I'm asking, we're coming out of a natural disaster. We still don't know where these budgets are. We still don't, there's so much unknown. I'm for the lights. I think we need the lights. I'm all for the lights. It's the timing of the disaster that concerns me.
This is coming out of tourism money, Jimmy, not budget. This is tourism money, which has nothing to do with that. I'm not disregarding what you say.
Yeah.
But I'm asking that if we do move forward and buy these bulbs, it comes out of tourism money, which has really nothing to do with anything else. Let him go ahead and buy them, get them here, and then we can decide how to get them up down the road.
Then we can do that tourism. Honestly, I didn't think it was tourism.
Yeah, I mean, you can justify it by,
I'm for
you
the
can make an
lights.
argument that it can be used, tourism money can be used.
I'm a fan of lights. I know lights help, but I'm concerned with our financial situation anyway, and this storm has really got me edgy on spending.
Well, I promise you, the tourism money, you know how much money we got in tourism? We're not hurting there.
But I'm afraid next quarter we ain't gonna get much. Cause I bet sales tax was nothing there in that storm.
But that's not tourism.
We're doing really?
It's gonna be more probably. But again, Jimmy, I'm not disregarding what I'm saying, it's tourism, it's totally different thing. Tourism money and gas money and water money and general fund, two different worlds. And that's what I asked to do last time, we got vetoed. So we really, I mean, if you check on how much money's in, I don't think it's gonna bother you too bad.
Those lights, they going out now.
Yeah.
It's not long, all of them gonna be out.
Well, that lit up pretty interstate out there, gets people off that highway every night. It's nice, it's safe, it's attractive, it draws people, and that's part of tourism. And Carmen just said it's okay, so if y'all would, I'd like to make a motion to let Newt come back at our next board meeting and tell us what we need to do to buy the amount of light bulbs to put in those lights out there. I appreciate it very much.
If you're gonna do that, you need to find out how much it's gonna cost to install too. Buying light bulbs is not the only thing you need.
Well, we're not talking about installing them now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about buying light bulbs. That's it. That's it. Buying light bulbs. You can buy light bulbs for this city hall. I don't know how they're gonna get in, but you buy them. Don't make it so difficult and complicated, Mayor. I know what I'm talking about. I'm asking to buy light bulbs out of tourism money, which we have plenty. It's no issue, nothing. That's all I'm asking.
I would like to know how much it's gonna cost to put them up though, Stan. We spent
Well-
40,000, it's gonna cost, what, $500,000 to put them up?
Oh, no,
I mean,
no.
just, I'd like some numbers before we do it.
Well, we just did one pole and fixed the whole pole for what new, $4,200.
I don't recall.
I mean, you're gonna have to fix it anyway. I can't understand why it's so complicated. We just need to buy the bulbs, put them in storage, and then we'll figure out how to get them up. Might be a month or 2 or 3, 6 months. That interstate, in my opinion, has got to look nice out there. It has to look nice.
We'll make a motion if that's what you want. That's what we need to
I made a
do.
motion.
All right, do I have a second?
I'll say.
All right, any further discussion? Now, this is to buy bulbs only, and it's for Newt to get specifications,
And all the information he needs to make sure we're in order,
Right.
whatever that was.
All right, I got a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposition? All right. Carl, did you vote? You vote?
Well, I'm a whole lot.
All right. 3 in favor, 1 against, 1 abstain. Motion carries, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Are you a nay or are you abstaining?
He abstained, he didn't vote.
I ain't vote.
All right, is that it?
That's it for me.
All right, let me see. Did I leave out anything? All right, we're gonna maybe accept a motion to consider going into executive session.
Close the meeting.
All right, we got a motion to consider executive session. All in favor? All right, motion carries. That will be it for today. Thank you so much.